All right, what's up, guys? I don't even know what day it is. Happy Wednesday. We're going to pick some markets here together. It's going to be a quick video. We got to run to go open up some new accounts here at the bank shortly for a new project I'm working on. But I'm going to pick some markets with you guys. I think you guys have been really enjoying these. I'm going to give you guys the quick and dirty. We're going to do this quick. I've got to get some new markets sent over to my team. So we're going to do this in real time together. I'm going to share my screen here, and we're going to get rocking and rolling together. Right. I think it's going to be a fun video. So, if you guys are unfamiliar with our market selection process, I'm not going to bore you guys with it. We've done it so many times in other videos. So I'm going to skip past some of that stuff. You're just going to watch me do it in real time. Before I dive into that, you guys will see down below, we've got a little ticker running. We just put out a new training. It's 5 steps to building a 6-figure land investing business in 12 months or less. It's a really cool training, about a 40-minute webinar or so that I put together. If you guys want to get access to that, you can share it down below. We've had over 100 people go through it in the last week and a half. I've had a really, really good feedback. So if you haven't gone through it, I think you'll enjoy it. All right, guys, let's crack into it. Now, I'm coming in with some initial hunches. I know I've seen some deals in Wisconsin recently that I've liked. We've got a lead that we're working out there. I've seen some stuff come across my desk in the last couple of weeks where I'm like, okay, kind of like what I'm seeing here. This is interesting. WisconsinVacantLand.com. What is this? Are these for sellers or just for a real estate agent? Land. Gerald Geisenhart, the land man. Sold over 210,000 acres. Looks like these are our realtors. What a website, man. Jeez. Okay. I don't know. He's got a weird text message. All right. So we're looking at Wisconsin. I'm going to go slap some filters on here. Probably looking at 5 to, 200 acres. We'll add this in. And then I'm looking at, we typically like buying stuff, I don't know, somewhere around 25,000 to maybe 500,000. Maybe some subdivided inventory on here. We will see. And I'm going to go down here and get rid of any houses. We're going to go click on undeveloped. Okay, let's scroll down to the bottom. So the first thing I'm going to do is I want to go look at under contract. Looks like there's actually not a lot under contract. So it's going to give me this list here on the county side of areas that have the most under contract. Now, theoretically, it should give us a pretty good pulse on where all the activity is. You got to think about under contract being the most real-time snapshot of what's going on in the market. But I don't always trust LandWatch, Land.com, any of those websites. So I always go and cross-reference on Redfin. So kind of our process for selecting a county typically starts on LandWatch or Land.com. We'll use that to start showing us what counties have activity, and we'll actually go and do our due diligence on those counties inside Redfin. I just find the tools to be way better. So first thing that I'm going to do here, and hopefully Redfin cooperates, has been giving me a lot of trouble lately. So 418 properties, but oddly enough, there's some houses. What's going on here, guys? I don't know if these just got mislabeled. Whoops. What's going on? 418. Looks like the houses are gone now, though. Okay. Well, this might be a parking lot that's for sale. I'm not quite sure. So 418 properties for sale. This is going to be a really tricky market. One, there's just way too much supply. I don't like markets that have this much supply. We've also got a major city, multiple major cities. You got Green Bay. You got a lake up here. It's going to be really hard to price this out. I'm just going to get a quick snapshot on the sell-through rate, though. So 418 properties. 28. So it's not even a 10% sell-through rate. And so that was the top on this list. This is why you guys can see these lists can be definitely misleading. That's why we don't take what shows up on land.com at face value, because frankly, it can be very misleading. So let's go look at the next one on the list. Jefferson County. Why does it always show the houses? We don't want to see the houses. All right. So 55 properties available. It's a little more in our wheelhouse. We typically like stuff with 50 to a couple hundred active listings. I don't like too much supply. I think it can make it really difficult to sell your properties. So 13 properties have sold. It's a nice range, some infill stuff, some bigger stuff. So let's just do the math on that. 13 divided by 55. So it's a 23% sell-through rate. It's pretty strong. Let's go look at the last 3 months. 24. 24 divided by 55. So 43% in 3 months. Let's see what the 6 month is. 41. Okay. Probably about 80% turning over every 6 months. It's pretty good. We'll keep this one pulled up. This is okay. It's not the best market I've ever seen. There's a lot of infill stuff coming up here. That's not really going to be in our wheelhouse. We'll just duplicate that tab and we'll come back to it here in a second. Let's go to Ashland County. It's so interesting. You can be doing this business for years, and every week I find new counties that I've never heard of. It's pretty interesting. Oh, this is interesting as well. Some islands up here that are part of the county. All right. So 75 properties are mainly all in the southeast region of the county. Let's go look at the 1 month. 7. Nah. Well, let me give it one more chance. We'll look back a little bit further, but I'm going to guess it's going to be just a big old nah for me. Yeah, 20. I'm okay. All right. Sawyer County. Take a look at the old Sawyer County, Wisconsin. Never been to Wisconsin. I would actually like to go. I think it's for good things. Heard it's a pretty state. It's like the cheese capital of the U.S. as well. I don't know why this property literally keeps on showing up. It must be a glitch on Redfin. Redfin can be so damn glitchy. There's no way this property is in all 3 counties. So, all right, we got 98 properties actively listed. This looks like a really easy county to price out. 16 in the last month. So 16 divided by 98, you got a 16.3% sell-through rate. It's pretty good. And then 53 divided by 98. So 54% in 3 months. Really strong. 89 in 6. That's great. Let's go look at the full year on this thing. Full year. 191. So about 200% turning over. That's great. Now, the next thing what I would do here is I would start filtering this data on here, but this data is given, I don't trust what Redfin's showing me here. I'm seeing a lot of this stuff in the same county. So I'm going to go over to data tree and we're going to start toying around with this data. Now, FYI, I do have to leave here soon. So we're doing this quick, but the reason I'm doing this is my team needs some data. So I'm helping them get some data here. All right. Let's go and start toying around here. So I'm going to start playing around with this data set and see what we get. Now, we are using this data not for mailing initially. Our process is going to be a little bit different here. So we're not going to worry about pricing just yet. So it's something that we're going to tackle here at a later date. I'm just going to try to look for the entire data set, and then we're going to start modulating it from there. This is going to go through a round of texting before we start pricing. Okay, so I got include all ownerships types, exclude do not mail, 0 to 5% assess improvement percent. That should weed out most of the houses. The other thing that I can come in here and do is I can go over to the living area. I can go put in 0 to 300. That should weed out. Yeah, weeded out like, I don't know, a couple records, nothing too crazy. But now we shouldn't have any houses up in the mix. So, or very few. It still can happen. So this is too big of a data set. I can't even view it. This is too big. So I'm not gonna do anything with this. We'd have to get it under 10,000 records to even export it. So now I'm gonna start playing around with the data and see what happens, right? I'm gonna come in here, I'm gonna say, let's look at the 1 to 5. So much data is there. Those 1,900 records there. Let's go look at the 5 to 10. About 1,000. Goes like the 10 to 20. Okay, so it's just going to be predominantly bigger acreage. Just go 20 to like 100. Well, this is going to be predominantly bigger stuff, which is awesome. This is going to be mainly in our wheelhouse. Now, there's going to be some infill-ish stuff. If we go like 0.1 to 1 acre, it's probably going to be like 4,000 records, 2,500 records. So we're gonna sidestep that stuff. That's not even going to come into play for us. Now, one thing that I can do here, let me go. I got to fix this for y'all. I'm going to remove this for a second. I'm going to show you guys. I'm going to give you guys a sneak peek of something pretty darn cool here. So I'm going to go to present. Let's see, stop that. I'm going to open up a new tab for you guys to take a look. So as some of you guys might know, we're releasing a new tool this month. This is our LIA market selection tool. It's a piece of software that we built out that shows all the goodies, right? It's it's pretty unbelievable what we've created here. So right, what we're looking at here is this is showing all of the active supply in these markets, right? So I can go see, okay, in Wisconsin right now, there's 8,977 properties actively available. Now, if I want to go over to the state data, I can go on over and we're going to go see. Let me go and remove these. This is going to get a little slow for a second because this is a big data set. Wisconsin. So we're going to select Wisconsin. Okay. Someone remind me, what county is this? This is Sawyer. All right. So let's go. Where's Sawyer? Let's go here. We're going to remove these. So this makes the market selection process literally a cinch. Pretty much does all of the work for you, or very close to it, right? It's pretty powerful what we have here. So I can go through, I can go and look at, so in the whole county, it says there's actually 103 actively available. What's interesting is there's 499 out of county owners. There's 214 out of state owners. And we can start looking at the sell-through rate for these different pockets, right? So I can see where all the activity is happening and these different ranges, which is really interesting. So it looks like the 10 to 20, we've got the biggest sell-through rate currently. The 1 to 2, but that's over a 1 year period. So this is 1 year as well. So 1 to 2 is pretty strong as well. 2 to 5 strong. 20 to 40 super strong. So it looks like it is mainly 40 to 100. It's mainly bigger acreage that's moving out here, which was kind of my hunch. And we can see actually all of the sell-throughs for these periods. And we can also see currently there's 14 properties under contract in the entire county. So pretty interesting. Okay. And then over here, I can see the supply. So I can go see, so here's our sold. And if I go over here, I can go and start seeing, well, let's go a little bit further. I can go and actually see the supply in these areas. This is being released to LIA members this week, and then we're going to roll out, we're opening up 50 seats on this, and then we're going to roll out the remaining amount to the kind of the general public after that. And you guys can go see all like the county data here too. So pretty sweet. You'll see you got the map visualization, state and county data, state data, and then county data. So we're going to go back here. I'm going to go over to data tree. I want to see what happens if we go to like 5 to 200. And we've been looking into the subdivide regulations out here, and they're pretty much in our wheelhouse. Whoops. Get rid of this.
I found this on the web.
No, don't do that. Okay, so this is going to be the sweet spot for us. Looks like most of the activity is happening 5 acres plus. These stuff on the lower end would probably be standard flips. I don't think we'd be looking at any subdivides until we start creeping up to like the 20 acre plus range. I want to go and see too. I just want to go and validate what we were seeing here. So if I go is not Wisconsin, what happens to the data? Yeah, it's spot on to what we saw, or pretty damn close to what we saw, even though we added a filter here. It was just pretty damn accurate to what we saw in terms of what was inside the tool that we've built out. So we're not going to put any filters there. 7,000 records. So if I can just go and view this, I just want to go and see what happens here. I want to see what time it is. We got about 5 minutes here. I want to go see what happens, how many duplicates we've got in this county. So a lot of duplicates, right? That's a huge jump from 7,900 records to 2,600 records. So we're going to take this down. We're going to take this down here. Whoops. What's going on? Why won't it let me add my template? Go here. Trying to apply our templates. Go export. Actually, before we do that, let's save this. We're going to save this search. Sawyer County WI. We're going to create a new folder for this. This is going to be 5 200 acres. With that new folder. All right, let's go see if this export function is going to work for us. I don't know what's going on in this template. So usually we have a preset template. For some reason, it doesn't want to allow us to use it. Frustrating. Well, in the sake of saving time, we're going to have to let my team work through that. So we're going to go, Sawyer County, WI, 5 group, 200 acres, no filters. This is July 2023. And we're going to go and export this here. I've made the mistake many a times of forgetting to click the duplicate records and export the full file. Now, if my team was going to go through and actually manually scrub this data set, so sometimes for specific subdivide campaigns, they'll go and get their record so it's less than 1,000 on data tree, so it pops up on the map. And they'll go through and pinpoint and pick out those records that are landlocked, that have a weird shape, bad whatever, flood zone, any properties that we wouldn't want. We'll actually go and weed those out. This is not going to be the case on this data set. Now, if you guys are doing that, you need to make sure you don't hit the remove duplicates. If you do, it'll actually reset all the work that you went and put forth, which is pretty dang annoying. So that's the lowdown, guys. Really, really quick video. I'm going to go head out to the bank. Hope that was helpful on some level. Look at market selection is pretty dang simple. You just got to get the reps in. You got to do it a lot. It's a skill like anything else. And it becomes easier over time. In about 16 minutes, we just pieced together a really strong looking market. And we were also able to validate that with our market selection tool. That will be coming out here starting next week for the general public. And then for LIA members, that will be launching this week. Anyways, guys, hope everyone has a great day. Don't forget www.landtraining.co/r/B. You guys can click that link down below if you guys want to go watch the webinar. All right, everyone, have a great day. Talk soon.